Bills Mafia, this is BWO. Let's go!
Oh no! We suck again!
I mean, that pretty much sums it up. Like, just tell you in the pre-show, Spartan was waiting for an hour to be able to.
We suck again!
So, well, welcome to the special edition of the BWO here on a Monday. This is Thanksgiving week, so we at least have that to look forward to. And the fact that the Bills don't play on Thursday, I'm good with that.
Right.
Below me is the usual, the We Suck Again Buffalo Spartan. And then we have next to me,
We suck again!
and then we got our residential nut job and Corey. So,
Oh, I wish I had a little thing like Spartan that said "These nuts."
Oh no! We suck again!
yeah,
Yeah.
not sure where we should begin, but I think the easiest thing to get into, because so many things that to talk about that went wrong or isn't working. I say we just get right into it and just start with our call outs. We do a thing.
No! We suck again!
We do a thing here where every time the Bills lose, we call out somebody. Well, I'll start it off. I'm going to call out the guy that I know everybody loves him. Everybody thinks highly of him. But Deion Dawkins, what in the hell were you doing? Like, you literally made zero effort in that game to keep Josh Allen standing up. And you were the reason why there is this new reward out there for offensive linemen, and that's what you do. Well, you're definitely not winning that. You're not going to be the first one to win that for sure. So yeah, Deion Dawkins, you need to step it up because that was pathetic. Spartan, who's your call out this week?
I'm calling out Josh Allen. I don't know how the reigning MVP, who plays the way he does, holds onto the ball without throwing it away to avoid a sack. We went an 18-yard sack because he wouldn't get rid of the damn ball. Stop trying to make plays when there isn't a play to be made. Just get rid of the ball. I would much have rather taken a loss of downs than an 18-yard sack.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be some accountability, and we blame everyone every week, and the one person we don't blame is Josh Allen. And I understand he's trying to play hero ball because he has to. Unfortunately, you're still in the conversation, though. So, when you take a step back, decide what you're going to do. Don't linger on your thoughts. Just get rid of it or run. One of the two.
Well, we said it last week when we gave McDermott his flowers for winning his 100th game. Look, if you're going to call him out on all the bad, you eventually got to call him on the good. Well, same thing for Josh Allen, the opposite way. You're going to call him out on all the good stuff he does. At some point, when you do something bad, you got to get called out on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, you're right. The last couple of years, what is Josh Allen's bread and butter? Takes like 3 steps back, looks for like a second or two, sees nothing open, and he's gone. And let's be honest, that's one of the reasons why you don't have a whole lot of teams that blitzed us. And let's be honest, you brought up the stats earlier. That's the reason why we had very minimal sacks last year. We had half of our sacks in this past game that we had all last year.
We had 14 for the year. We're at 28 for the year this year.
We had 8 in Thursday's game.
Yep.
So Corey, who's your call out this week?
I think this week is going to be, since Spartan took Josh Allen, I'm going to go with Joe Brady. like we've said before, you're wasting Josh Allen's years, man. And I get it. This is not the only one. We've had shitty offensive coordinators that couldn't utilize people the right way before, but I can't even get at this point. I can't even give Joe Brady the credit for the games we win or the games we come back in or that the offense does look good in. Like, I have to give that to Josh Allen putting on the cape. I have to give it to Cook, who's actually doing things.
Well, I'll ask you the question real quick.
Joe Brady's our guy.
Is it Joe Brady just not being capable of utilizing the plays and the calls, or is it he's just not doing it?
I don't think he's just doing it. I think, like I said, I'm not in those meetings. I'm not around the guy. I don't know him on that personal level. I just know based off, and like I said, I'm trying not to be biased on my opinion of it, but any man, any person, any woman wants to better themselves. So when he got that offer for the head coaching job, I think it took his mind somewhere else for a little bit. And like I said, it's not like, I know he's trying to hone in on one and the other, but in life, you have your family, your wife, your kids, all that stuff comes first before any, like, so why wouldn't you be thinking about that? So like I said, that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's true or not, but you can definitely get distracted. So I don't know if he's just distracted right now or if the players aren't running what he calls right, or if he's just trash. But the way it's looked, he's just not for our guys.
So here's my thing with that. So he's capable of it. We saw it last year. He's capable of making the calls. Is he doing it? No, he's not. So it's a him thing. He has those plays designed. He's just not calling the plays like he did last year. So there's something with him.
I'm going to say we're about to have a Jey Uso moment where we're going to call it a running it back, because I feel like week after week, we keep saying the same thing over and over and over. And again, last year, what did they do with their, again, we didn't have a deep threat wide receiver last year. We had a bunch of running backs that were pass catching running backs, tight ends, and slot receivers. Well, what did we do? Called a lot of RPOs, play action. We utilized the slot receivers as slot receivers. They got a bunch of yards after the catch. And we utilized our running backs and tight ends in the short yard passing game, and it worked. So naturally, of course, man, we can't do that again. Why not change it up? Well, again, we're back to having no wide receivers that can get deep, and all we want to do is try and force the ball down the field. And I think that's one of the reasons why Josh Allen's sitting there waiting. He's like, I don't think he's waiting for any other reason than our guys just can't. He's like, okay, where are my guys down the field? They're not down there. So, and again, you saw the frustration in him at the end of the game when you heard him mouth, what are we doing? He knows that we need to be calling RPOs. He knows we need to call the play action more.
How he said it. What the fuck are we doing?
Well, I don't know if he said it. It looked like he did, but no. And this is where
right.
This is where I'm going to agree with Spartan a couple weeks ago, where I think it's now time for Josh Allen to say, kind of like you go back to the first year with Peyton Manning and the Broncos, where he set all sorts of, offensive records. That wasn't Adam Gates. Adam Gates may have been the offensive coordinator, but Adam Gates pretty much just put the personnel on the field, and Peyton Manning called the plays based on what he had on the field. Well, I think it's time for Josh Allen to start doing that. Fine. You can let Kendall or Joe Brady, you can send the personnel on the field. You can do the substitutions all you want, but Josh Allen, I think it's time for you to step up and say, you know what? I don't care what play you called. We're going to run the offense my way. Fine, you can have the decision on who's on the field with me at the time, but I'm making the calls on the field. Because at this point, I don't know what else they can do.
Here's the thing, too. So if he did do that, right? If Josh Allen said, you know what? Fuck it. This is my offense. We're going to run it this way. What are we going to do? We're going to sit him and play Mitch Trubisky? I mean, come on. They're not going to sit him and play Mitch Trubisky.
Well, and
Like,
especially if
that
Josh
would be the dumbest thing in the world.
Especially with the record we have right now.
Yeah.
Well, and especially if Josh Allen takes over and it starts working and our offense starts looking good, you're going to tell me, oh, that's another nail in Joe Brady's coffin.
Yeah.
But
Right.
and I'll be honest with you, after Thursday's game, if I was McDermott, I literally what would have saved your job probably and people not wanting you fired immediately after that game, which it's getting harder to defend not firing him. It really is. But if you would have looked at Joe Brady right then and there and said, you know what? You can stay in Houston. You're fired. I'd be like, oh my God, you smartened up. You realize what the problem is. So.
Oh, Mr.
Yeah.
Steve Rucker.
Yeah. What's up there, Steve?
Cashman and Yankee vibes. Yo, he's not lying, man. The Pagulas have been real weird, man. The Sabres and the Bills both, dude.
Well, when
I
it
have
comes,
a question for you guys.
okay.
So my boss asked me this question yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday or Friday? I can't remember. But he asked me, I think it was Friday. So he texted me like out of the blue. Like normally it's work related or whatever, but he was like, this was just straight Bills. So both the Bills and the Sabres are both having injury issues. Okay. So the question is did we pick like the wrong strength and conditioning coaches, or are these Pagulas people that they brought in that just suck at their job?
Probably both.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure it out, but I mean, how I responded to him, like this was my response, is I totally get where you're coming from. However, this isn't just a Bills and Sabres thing. This is literally happening across the NFL.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you across the NHL because I don't pay that close of attention. I pay attention to the Sabres, and that's about it. I don't give a shit about any of the other teams. Yeah, so I hate your Rangers there, Corey.
But I mean, look at it. You can make all the comments you want on injuries. Like, look, I know we beat the Tampa Bay Bucks, but let's be honest. That's a team that's been decimated with injuries on that outside of the offense.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They haven't slowed down.
What happened with strength and conditioning in the last 3-4 years that all these players are now soft pansies now?
Well, some of them this year has been weird because you're not getting a lot of the soft tissue injuries as much as you did in the past with hamstrings. You're getting dislocations.
Yeah. But that's where the strength and conditioning comes in too, though. You're building up around that area.
Yeah.
To prevent
it's all those rubber
like
fields, man. You can't get grip. They think it's better, but you can't get grip on
we've
fucking
had these
rubber.
fields forever.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not like they're brand new. Like, oh wow, let's introduce these new fields.
I think they're just making them cheaper and cheaper, man.
You know what? And I'll say it. I think one of the problems is, and you're look at the teams that don't seem to have as much injuries. What did they do in the preseason? They played their guys.
Mm-hmm.
The teams that don't seem to play most of their guys, most of their starters, keep getting these soft tissue injuries early and very often. Well, that's why you play them in the preseason to get that stuff out of the way. I'm not saying you need to play. I'm not saying you need to play the guys every second of the preseason, but you need to do what you did a couple years ago, where the first game maybe not play anybody that's a starter, guaranteed starter, but the second 2 games you got to start sprinkling them in there. You got to get them in there and got to get some of this. You got to get the rust from the year before off.
Yeah,
they need at least
like Josh Allen said, you have to get hit. Like these guys, you have to get hit to wake up. You have to make a big play to get going. Like, so start doing that shit like you said, early. And it also starts with, you can piggyback off what you just said, Pat. And I get it. These guys have earned their right. They're veterans. They're whatever. But that also comes down to you're not showing up for the practices that aren't mandatory. You're not showing up for the the training camps and stuff that aren't mandatory. You're not showing up for any of that stuff. And then it's not like they're doing the bare minimum. I mean, they're still busting their ass, and they're not wrong for not showing up to that stuff. But then, like you said, you can't complain when you get an injury because you weren't.
But it also comes down to when you do have some of these injuries, having the coaches that are smart enough to say, okay, so this isn't the same guy we just had, but there are still some strength this dude can do. Case in point, the 49ers. Brock Purdy has missed most of the season, but yet Mac Jones has held it down. Well, what did he do? Okay, so what did Kyle Shanahan do? They got the ball out of Mac Jones' hand quick and often say, listen, if nothing's open, give it to Christian McCaffrey, utilizing their playmakers that they still had. And, okay, they may not have won every game that way, but they've been in just about every game, even when they were losing. You said it earlier in the pre-show, Spartan, and we almost got the scare this past week. We lose Josh Allen, we're screwed. Like right now, the two players that we can't afford to lose on this team is Josh Allen and James Cook. We lose one of those two, we're done. Well, we might be done anyways. But
When he wasn't moving, not like he was out, wasn't moving, but when he was laying down, because Allen, almost every injury, even if he lays for half a second, he jumps back up. But when he laid there on the ground and was like Spartan said earlier, like doing that, I was like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh
When
fuck.
he was having that little like temper.
I think our
tantrum
season
like a
was
kid.
already like on hopes and dreams. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Well, and then in the fourth quarter, it happened. He hurt himself again.
Yep.
And that's when they showed the huddle, and you seen him. He was going like this with his hand, and it was his throwing hand. And I'm like, I think there's like he did something again, like he does every year, where he has an injury. He's going to play the rest of the year.
Yep.
Whether this is going to turn around his season or not, I don't fucking know. But he did something to that hand, and obviously they're not going to disclose it. You know, they're going to keep it hush and under wraps. But something happened during that game, because in the second quarter, I think it was second quarter when he got that the sack from behind, he went to the ground and he looked like an 8-year-old having a temper tantrum on the floor. His feet were just kicking back and forth. He was in some pain. He got up and didn't show it. But in the fourth quarter, he got up and he showed it. And I think he did something to that hand. And we'll obviously know more come this game. If we see a glove or something on his throwing hand, he fucked something up.
well, I'm just going to say going forward that if this all of a sudden turns it around to where we see the high-powered offense we saw last year, that's it. Every year, we're starting the season, we're going and breaking Josh Allen, one of his hands before every season starts. Because I'm like,
right, like the last 2-3 years has been like that.
last year.
He's had something fucked up.
Last year, we beat the Cardinals, but it was a slow start to the game. The offense didn't look great. He breaks his hand, and then the rest of the season, it was MVP level quarterback. So if the MVP level quarterback shows up now for the rest of it, that's it. Break his hand to start the season every year. That's it.
If it doesn't get the divorce papers ready because Haley's holding them back.
I'm not ready to say that.
Nah, not yet, not yet. I've seen those comments too.
Dude, did you hear that the Haley Seinfeld fans are hating on Josh Allen now?
Yeah.
We're just looking for excuses, but
Well, they're posted on like Instagram, like why is always a beautiful girl with some ugly toothless looking motherfucker? And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
so, but speaking of the game and speaking of something that actually happened that I guess we can call as the bright side of the game.
Okay.
Who called the Ray Davis kick return?
Oh, we cut out. What'd you say, Pat?
Yeah.
Spinning.
I think I think that might be the first
First bold
out of nowhere
prediction.
play that hit.
Yeah.
That was 100% hit. Like
Yeah.
you had ones that were close with Max Harrison getting the interceptions, but you kept saying pick sixes. But
Right. But yeah, that was 100% spot. Even I was like I said in the lobby before we came on, I wasn't even cheering for the Bills. I wasn't even cheering for Dave. I was like, "Oh, Pat!" I was like, "Oh my God, Pat! Yeah!" I was like, "Holy shit!" Ella was like, "Dad, who's Pat?" It's Davis. I was like, "No, never mind." I was like, "Never mind."
And I'll be honest with you, the only reason I made the call was it was the easiest. Like you saw it the week before against the Bucks. I'm like, if they keep utilizing him in the kicker, he's taking one in the house. He almost did it then, and he was getting close. I'm like, dude, he's gonna pop one out, and the spin move, and I'm like, oh my God, am I about to be right?
Right.
I think I was the first person to put that in the group chat. I was
Let's
like,
be honest with you, for me,
called it.
and for us, that was probably the only thing that was exciting in that entire game. After that, before that, and after that, I was like, wow. As Spartan said, we suck again.
Yeah, dude, my neighbor stopped by and he was like, I gotta go. He was like, I'm going to bed, bro. I was like, I feel you. I watched the fourth quarter from the bedroom. I was like,
But
I shouldn't even stayed up.
I will say though that we do a lot of ragging on the defense this year, but I got to give the defense credit this past week because you know what? In the second half of the game, they only gave up 3 points, and in total, they only gave up 23. And for a defense on a team that has been absolute garbage, for a team that's supposed to have this high-powered MVP caliber quarterback and offense, giving up 23 points, I'm fine with that.
Right.
Especially when we know the offense is capable of scoring 30 to 40 points. They're just not doing it. So, look, and I get it. You know, the defense normally, like I said, has been awful this year, but they were not the reason we lost that game this week. For the first time this year, they are not the reason we lost. Corey, your thought on the defense this past week?
I think, like you said, that was about the only thing. It was the second half. Decent. Other than that, I would like to see more from the D line, but I really have nothing bad for once about the defense, and normally that's my first go-to. And like you said, it's awkward that they were the second half that they were spot on like that, but the offense still like that. It doesn't make sense. Like, it just doesn't add up. It's never both together doing good usually, besides the week. It's one's good, the other sucks, and the defense finally showed up and the offense couldn't get it together. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if our offense could have shown up in that game, we're talking a different scenario. And the fact that now we're 7th in the standings, possibly looking at maybe missing the playoffs, this is not how we thought the season was going to go at all. So, Spartan, what was your take on the defense this past week?
I mean, I agree with both of you guys' points. Where you guys were talking about like defense is clicking and offense is it and all that. Like, even if we just like held it to half the sacks on offense, like that could have been a game changer. You know, like we're not firing on all cylinders. You know, special teams doing well, probably the best out of all three right now. You know, defense is right behind them, and then this past week, offense was at the very bottom. Like none of the guys on offense showed up. They had no heart. Like you played a clip prior to from the replacements that was 100% accurate about this team, and it kind of fit on defense because
way to steal his spotlight with the clip.
And we can play the clip now.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with him.
Oh yeah, I mean,
what we missed.
Coach McGinty, what will Washington need to get back into this ball game?
Heart.
I'm sorry?
You gotta have heart.
Can you elaborate on that?
Miles and miles of heart.
That's the only thing left that can save us at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll call it what it is.
No one had the dog in him. No one. Offense, defense. Ray Davis had the dog in him. That was it.
We had a player that this year that had that in him and was so mad but didn't want to leave the field and literally was asking to have his Achilles taped back up and put back on the field. Like, if that doesn't tell you everything, there, like, that guy wants to go back out there injured. What are the rest of
that's
the
what turned our defense around.
So,
Oh, and by the way, happy Thanksgiving, Mama Hughes.
Happy Thanksgiving.
we got a turkey on the screen. It's all good.
I think Hoyt is what really helped turn that defense around.
Yeah.
Those 2 games, man. That because since then, like you said, we've been firing on all cylinders on defense. Pretty much, it seems like him and Harrison has came in, and even Phillips, Phillips. Even Poyer, I think is the reason. Again, like we said, I'm not in there. I don't know, but I think he's coached up Cole Bishop, and that's why Bishop is going off the way he is.
Well, like I said, it wasn't Poyer's playing ability that we were lacking on that side of the ball. What we were lacking in the safety and cornerback positions was the veteran leadership quality. There wasn't a leader back there, and
He wasn't a mentor.
well, it's not just a mentor, but it wasn't also a leader saying, "Hey, man, on this last play, you were over here. You need to be over here," wrangling some of these younger guys in. And honestly, and I'd say for Keon Coleman, that was one of the things that we needed to do in the offseason to address somebody veteran, experienced dude that can just sit there and groom him. Like I said, we spent 90% of the offseason waiting for Keenan Allen to sign with somebody. Could you imagine him teaching Keon Coleman? Like, here's a guy that just goes out there, shuts his mouth, and goes out there and plays football. You never hear anything. You never hear him do anything bad or anything. And yet he's still, at the age that he is, still playing at a high level. You saw that a little bit last year when truly do anything productive. It was to wrangle in Keon Coleman. And when the two of them were on the field together, you saw glimpses of what Coleman potentially could do. But right now, he doesn't have that.
I think if Coleman comes back after this 2-game suspension, well, if they, I don't even know if they said if he's going to play this weekend or not. But when he does come back,
healthy in fantasy, so
when and if he does come back, if he's this is your last shot.
On the coffin, to be honest with you, we sat you when you were a healthy scratch. There's nothing wrong with you, and the offense looked like it didn't miss a beat. Like, hey, it happens.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I did rest that offense, or he can't do anything. Like, I'm sorry, dude. You gotta go. Like, you're out of here.
You're making millions
End of
of
the year
dollars,
type
and
thing.
you can't show up to a goddamn meeting on time. What's wrong with that generation?
I saw a clip, and I wish I would have brought it here, but I
They
saw
don't get boots to asses no more. That's
I saw
what's
a
wrong.
clip yesterday. It was Ocho Cinco and it was Ryan Clark, and they said it best. And Ocho Cinco, Ryan Clark asked Chad Johnson straight up if Keon Coleman was producing on the field, they both said no. They would have. He's like that. The Bills would look the other way and say, you know what, he's producing on the field. Fine. Don't make a habit of this, but as long as he's producing on the field. But that's the problem, is Keon Coleman has not been producing on the field. So now it's like you're right. You're not producing on the field, and you're a problem. So again, I'm hoping this, and I'm hoping he goes out there. I'm hoping he comes back this week and he lights it up.
I fucking just saw stupid ass on the live. It was like if your family starts fighting during Thanksgiving, go live. I want to see a turkey get chucked across the room.
Well, might as well get into the Bills Steelers game.
Yeah, I'm done talking about this other.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about this upcoming game because it's just
Yeah.
who comes down to who's less injured and who's on more.
Aaron Rodgers is playing, from what I'm seeing.
It's for last place, you know. We're in last,
Yeah.
but we're in 7th. We're in last right now, and they're the first runner-up. So if they beat
Yeah,
us,
but the thing is, the Steelers still have a shot at their division.
yeah,
That's the scary thing
right.
with an old man, Aaron Rodgers. But so we'll start off. Corey, score prediction, and then out of nowhere player.
Nowhere is the offense, the whole offense. No, will show up this week. No. I think score prediction. Man, I think this is, like I said, we're both banged up teams. It's gonna be a dogfight, pretty much. It can only go one of two ways, but either we're gonna come out and blow it up, or it's just gonna be one of those like 14-13 type fucking win games, like just boring to watch. I'm not trying to sound like a Debbie Downer. I promise. Everyone sees my hype videos. Everyone sees all that. I love the Bills, but it's just hard to get excited for this game. So I'm going to say Bills win 28-24. Not even going to put an O in this one. My out of nowhere this week is going to be, I think since he did it to him in the playoffs, I think Josh Allen will have a 40 or plus yards drawn up. See if Joe Brady's good enough to draw something up. If Allen just takes off running, but I think Allen will have a 40-plus yard touchdown run this game.
Spartan, your score prediction and out of nowhere player.
I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer either, even though I know my mom's a Steelers fan, so of course going into this is a family affair. House, well, can't even say house divided, but family divided. I'm going to say 24-21 Bills. It's going to be close. So we're not going to go crazy out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, we're not going to have one sack against us this.
Oh, Deion Dawkins is going to show up, you're saying?
Oh, they're
yeah, he's not going to go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Okay.
Whoa, you gave him way too much credit there. I don't even think he went
I
that
think
long.
that they're going to finally get their heads out of their asses, and they're going to, stop TJ Watt from getting 116 or 117.
You are correct, Mama Hugh.
Even though I like the 117.
You are
I
correct,
just don't
Mama
want to
Hugh.
get it against them.
But it also says believe together, so I need help believing together.
Yeah. we need the Bills to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
Well, my score prediction, you know what? I haven't done it all year. I'm going to do it this. We're getting the 50 burger this week. Hold on.
Happy after hitting
Hold on.
Look,
Can't feel my left arm, guys.
You can't go to the casino and pat. You hit it big and then put it all on red the next week.
Well, see, now here's why. When I saw Josh Allen throw the towel and go, "What the fuck are we doing?" My out of nowhere player is going to be Josh Allen because he is going from the start of the game. He's like, you know what? I'm taking over. I'm putting this team on my back, and I'm going to do it myself. Every time you see Josh Allen have one of those moments, the very next game he goes out and lights it up. Case in point, the Bucs game, he put up 6 touchdowns against the Bucs. So I think he gets 7. So my score prediction is going to be 50-20.
Damn.
Hey, Go
said
big or
he had to do
Go-
double those since I didn't even do one.
go big or go home this week, right? Because that's it. If you don't do it and you don't get it done this week, let's be honest,
Speak up.
your playoff chances are over.
You know, help me now. Fuck you, Joe.
The fuck
I
is
do it
that?
myself.
Oh, oh! I was like, what the fuck is that sound?
I do
I
it
mean,
myself. That's
Again,
what-
you probably thought I was crazy for saying it, but now that I said it the way I did, where he's just gonna say, you know what? Screw you, Joe Brady. Screw this.
that's Joe Boo.
So
Joe Boo is Joe Brady. Joe
Yep.
Boo.
Joe
Fuck you,
Boo.
Joe Boo. I do it myself.
Fuck you, Joe Boo. I do it. Yeah, that's right.
so again,
Serrano's in there.
I also wouldn't be surprised because let's be honest, the last time the Bills played the Steelers with Gabe Davis, didn't Gabe Davis take a 98-yard touchdown to the house?
Dude, didn't Gabe Davis have some nasty catches last week, man?
You know,
like, oh, God, I hate it. How is he our
it's
best receiver?
and he's only played 2 games.
If we utilize our slot guys as slot guys,
RPOs and play actions. If we use those.
Right.
So, all right. So now I know everybody's always, especially after we lose, they're always on the, fire the coach, fire the GM, blah blah blah. He's not getting it done. And again, I get it's hard to keep pushing forward. I mean, let's be honest. Sorry to anybody that's going to get mad about it, but we're not firing McDermott in the middle of the season. There's no point. Nothing's going to change if we do at this point. We need to ride this out the rest of this year. But as our BWO, did you know that we started last week? I'm going to ask the question. I have 3 notable head coaches that eventually won a Super Bowl or more, but it took them time to do it. You have Andy Reid, Bill Cowher, and John Madden. So we'll start with John Madden. Do you know how long it took him to eventually kick the door open and win a Super Bowl with the Raiders?
Wasn't it 7 years?
10 years.
10?
Finally did it in his 10th season. So McDermott, you're coming close to that. Bill Cowher, how long did it take him before he finally won a Super Bowl with the Steelers?
12.
Close. 13.
that was
That
right.
was right. Andy Reid got the
15.
Eagles to a Super Bowl, but how long between his time with the Eagles and the Chiefs did it take him to finally win one?
9.
No. Keep going.
No,
Keep going.
17.
Keep going.
20.
Close.
21.
21. So,
Yeah, I guess I was a teenager for the Eagles shit.
yeah, he got there with Donovan McNabb, but didn't win it.
Yeah, that's right.
But again, it took him 21 seasons to finally win one. It took John Madden, who is considered to be one of the greatest coaches of all time, 10 years with the Raiders, where again, the Raiders I bring up in that situation because they were just like the Bills. Every year they were getting to the playoffs and for some reason couldn't get it done, couldn't punch the ticket. Well, and John Madden told the team, you're going to knock on the door and eventually the door is going to fall over and you're eventually going to get through. So, again, I'm not saying one way or another. I'm not saying McDermott stays or goes, but, as far as I'm concerned, as long as we still have Josh Allen, that window's not closed. Might be closed this year for repairs, but who knows? Got to get to the playoffs first. Can't win it if you're not in the game.
To get him weapons is what they need to do.
Said, if Josh Allen shows up and says, screw this, I'm putting this team on my back and running forward every play, fine.
But that's the thing. So, and I kind of alluded this in our little group chat earlier today. Like, you can't have a team where if Josh Allen goes down, our season's screwed. We can't rely on Mitch Trubisky to get us anywhere. He's proven he's not that guy. So
Well, I don't know. He's the last quarterback to win the Bears their division and get them to the playoffs.
and how many years ago was that?
Hey,
And how many games has he started since then?
yeah, but he's got more playoff appearance than the Bears any quarterback since.
Yeah, appearances because he's a backup. How many playoffs games did he play where he actually played, not just knelt the ball down at the end of the game?
Hey, again,
Like I think that if Josh Allen goes down, and this is just Spartan talking, all right, because we solely rely on Superman to put his cape on. All right. And again, I am a Bills fan, okay? I'm not this is only one room that I have, okay? I have multiple Bills rooms. I have a whole Bills barbecue shack. Okay. I am Bills through and through. I bleed red, white, and blue.
No,
However,
not you.
if Josh Allen goes down, this season's over.
oh, I agree. Like I said in the beginning of the show, if we lose Josh Allen or James Cook, that's it. We're done.
Yeah. And how do you go? Like because I saw a thing earlier. It was like they were talking about Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts goes down, he still has all these other names around him. If Josh goes down, we have Cook because Kincaid's hurt. Like we're screwed.
Well, you go like you said, you go back to last year. Saquon Barkley is the reason the Eagles were in the Super Bowl last year. And even though Saquon Barkley had the worst game of his season last year, stat-wise in the Super Bowl, the fact that the Chiefs only focus on defense was stopping him was the only reason the Eagles won that Super Bowl. Yes, the Eagles' defense was great and punished the crap out of Mahomes, and I loved every minute of it. But if the Chiefs' defense wouldn't have been just solely focused on Saquon Barkley, I think it's a different game. But again, and that's case in point. Well, think about it too. The Eagles' other Super Bowl win. Carson Wentz had an MVP season going that year. Gets hurt. You're like, oh man, it's over. Nick Foles goes in. But what did Nick Foles and that team do offensively once he went in?
It seemed like they clicked.
They ran with RPO and play action plays the rest of the year. So for people to sit there and say, well, the play action and RPOs don't work. Well, ask Nick Foles and the Eagles who beat Tom Brady and Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl doing nothing but that.
Yeah. That's where that Philly special came alive.
So that, and again, that's where you also have to not just run those plays. You also have to throw out some creative plays. Look, we all sit there and, we see different teams doing different things, but let's call it what it is. This team would be a hell of a lot different if we had a guy like Dan Campbell running the ship than Sean McDermott. Sorry, it would be. Dan Campbell brings an energy there. Like the Lions lose games. Do you ever find yourself going, they lost because of Dan Campbell? They lost because of coaching? No. That if you could sit there and say that we keep losing these games because of coaching, that's a problem. So,
well, I said it earlier. I mean, the Bills are playing Tecmo Bowl while the rest of the league is playing Madden. Like,
yep.
Our plays are so transparent, and it's the same shit over and over again. I mean, we've said it for weeks now, and Pat brought it up earlier in our pre-show that the entire league knows if we line up under center, we're running. If we're in the shotgun, we're passing. Why not utilize that to our advantage and start doing these RPOs, these play actions that are going to open up these short, quick passes to our slot guys? Or, a bubble out of the ends or out of the backfield. I'm just saying.
well, like I said in the pre-show, James Cook has been, even though they know he's running the ball because they're lined up under center, they know he's running. He's been really, really good this year despite that. So imagine how much better he would be stat-wise and productive if there was are they running the ball? Are they not? What's going on? So, again, like I said, the only two players, I'm not going to discredit Dalton Kincaid. He's shown up this year. I know he's injured, but Dalton Kincaid, James Cook, and Josh Allen. Well, James Cook and Dalton Kincaid are really the only ones that have shown up full time all year. Josh Allen, one game he's there, the next game he's not. Again, we all said it. There's something going on with Josh Allen more than we realize. And it may not be an injury. There might be other stuff that's going on that's affecting him. But we might just have to be chalking this year up as just, look, bad year. Bad day at the office. And I hope that's the case, but
yeah, like you said, if we lose this week to Pittsburgh, we still got a shot at the wild card, but and it's not like I'm even still expecting anything playoff wise, home field, any of that. I'm not expect. It is not that team, like you said, Pat. Even if we made it, we're not going anywhere. So part of me, not trying to be a Debbie Downer, doesn't even want to make it because I don't want to deal with that shit again this year. Corny as it sounds, but like Joey said in the comments, there's real mafia that sees what's going on, and then there's like the soft side, which isn't. I mean, it's nothing against them, but it's gonna be okay. They're gonna get it together. We're gonna but we're not getting it together. We can't keep saying that. We're not gonna. We're fucking week 10, 11 now, and it's still not. One weekend the defense is shit. The next weekend the offense is shit. The next weekend the offense is good. The next weekend the defense is good. It's just one game. The Bucks, did we mesh all across the board, and that's it.
Well, and you go back to it. So let me ask the question: when did Stefon Diggs start becoming a problem in 2023?
Joe Brady.
Yep.
Before, I know Ken Dorsey wasn't Mr. Excitement when it came to play calling himself, but Stefon Diggs was putting up numbers. The offense, despite Josh Allen's turnovers, was moving the ball and putting up points week after week. And then Joe Brady took over, and you saw the RPOs and all that, and that worked for about a year and a half. But it caused Stefon Diggs to say, I don't want to be here, because he stopped utilizing Diggs, and Diggs stopped trusting him. I think that's my mom brought it up right there.
I know. And I was going to say, did you have your phone on speaker during our pre-chat?
Yeah.
Did not.
Mama Hughes knows what's going on.
All year we've been talking about Josh don't trust his receivers, which may be true, but Josh does not trust his offensive coordinator.
Oh,
Gets him in his head and makes him second guess shit.
That's it. I don't think it has anything to do with the receivers. I think he does not trust or believe in Joe Brady at this point. And then the
entire offense. I don't think anyone on that offense trusts Joe Brady.
I'll be honest with you. The issue that I'm seeing with Joe Brady is the same thing we saw with Brian Daboll in the playoffs right before Brian Daboll left. I think Joe Brady is just sitting there, just trying to get through the season, because he knows he's got college offers for coaches. He knows he almost had the job with the Saints. Damn, I almost wish he would have taken the job with the Saints.
That's one thing that I will respect Brian Daboll about. Remember when it came down to people started wanting to look at him as a head coach, and they were on that playoff run with Diggs? He said, I want to focus on this, and then I'll worry about it in the offseason.
Yep.
Even though he might have been doing it, might have been talking, we don't know. But that was the professional, nice, let me focus on this, and then we'll talk.
Well, I know college football is different because of the fact that you pretty much have to start recruiting the second the season's over. So obviously you need to, when you fire a coach in college, you need to get somebody as quickly as you can, because, again, you got to get out in front of these other teams for recruiting. But when it comes to the NFL, I think there needs to be a rule where you don't get to search or you don't get to start interviewing coaches for jobs until after the Super Bowl. Because how many times are we seeing other teams have these same issues where coordinators now focus on getting a job as a head coach than he is winning a playoff game with their team?
Right. Do it
And-
like a draft kind of thing. Let them know you're interested, and then give them the rest of the season to prove. And then, like you said, in the off season, then do it.
Well, yeah, but like I said, if you can't start interviewing for the NFL head coaching jobs until after the Super Bowl, then you don't even have to worry about this. Now the other thing it does is now the teams don't have to reach out to the other teams and go, "Hey, do we have your permission to interview this guy?" Well, absolutely. The season's over. Do what you got to do.
Right.
So, but yeah,
I kind of like what Joey said right there a little bit, where he said Stephon Diggs might have saw the writing on the wall and wasn't such a diva. Then maybe he saw this. That's that one playoff game when he's like he saw this coming. Like, you know what? This ain't the same.
part of me, like I said, part of me thinks he's shown up in 2024 in some of the camps before he asked for the trade, saw the playbook and said, "What is this? I'm not involved in this at all." And again, his number one complaints in the beginning was he wanted to feel like he was important to the team, that he was contributing. Well, when it seemed like the team no longer wanted him to contribute, he's like, "I don't need to be here then."
Right.
So, but that seems to be Joe Brady's MO is something's working. Okay, now we got to stop and do something else because that's working, but we don't need. I can't continue that. I got to look smarter than that. It's like, dude, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
I mean, how many of us played Madden throughout the years, and there's that one play that works every time, right? And you still run it.
Yep.
Every time.
And then at some point, you just like, screw it, I'm running this every time. I'm not even. I don't need any other play. It's this one.
Oh, Brady tries that with the little dump passes, and it don't work anytime.
Yeah. But like when he does run the ball and it works, we shift from the run to that stupid screen pass.
Yep.
Just stick with the run if it's working for you, especially if it's like 3rd and 2. Just run it. Don't get all kind of creative. You ain't creative at all.
But no offense too. But when you're like 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, with how good James Cook has been this season, you're telling me that you don't trust him enough to get you 1 or 2 yards? Why? Like,
so here's something else too. So I can't remember who it was. It was another team. They ran. They thought it was going to be the tush push, but he kicked it out around the end. I can't remember. It was last week. I can't remember who it was. But they ran a tush push with not the quarterback in under center.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Why can't we do something if they're afraid of Josh Allen getting hurt?
Well, and not only that, but
somebody else under center.
We did see it in the game Thursday. We lined up for the tush push, but what did Josh Allen do instead? He jumped over everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They expected him to go through the middle, and he jumped over everybody. I'm like,
yep.
I'm like, there you go. That's being creative. That's doing something different.
Being smart.
But again, I don't think they called that play that way. Josh probably just like, I'm not going through the middle. I'm going over.
Mm-hmm.
I keep trying to go through the middle and I get stuffed. So, and again, so let's also go back to Sunday. Guess what happened the last 2 weeks? Somebody has stopped the tush push from the Eagles at least once in the game. Like, so it is possible to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw that last week and then this week against the Cowboys, that's when I'm like, okay, you don't need to make a rule to ban it. People just need to learn how to stop it.
It is stoppable.
Yes, it is.
Not if you're on the Bills defense, you can't stop a run.
Well, you trust me, when we play Philly in a couple weeks, they're not going to be doing the tush push because they're not going to be having to be in a 4th down situation.
No.
Barkley's going to cream us.
New England with a running back, Cleveland with a running back, Philly with a running back.
We can't stop a nosebleed, let alone a run.
I'm telling you.
Like, it's bad.
Yeah.
Joey said when you resorting to trick plays at the end of the game, you know something's wrong. That's that end of the Madden shit, like Spartan said, trying to get a hope and prayer out there. Do the end around, do the helmet.
I'll be honest with you. That's like the play, the infamous play called the Hail Murray. Let's be honest. That,
I hate that game.
that was never supposed to, that was just Kyler Murray saw red down there and heaved it up. He didn't know that was DeAndre Hopkins. He didn't know. He just heaved it up and hoped for the best. That's what he did.
What made me hate Kyler Murray ever since that day isn't that he completed that pass, isn't that they came back and beat us. Yeah, I was mad in the moment, whatever we lost. It was at the interview afterwards, him and one of the Bills players. It was like a rookie Bills player or something too. They played together in college. And he was like, man, you got lucky on the Hail Mary, dude. Good. He was giving him credit. He was like, great job, man. And the kid was not just fucking with him. He was being dead ass serious. He was like, man, that wasn't, I knew that whole time. He was like,
No, he
nah,
didn't.
come on. He's like, I knew the whole time.
You go back to the highlight of that
Get
play.
the fuck out of here,
Go
bro.
back to the highlight of the play. You see the way Kyler Murray set up her throw. He just heaved it down the field.
It was like your 5'4" ass literally went, "Hoo-ah."
That's it.
Same
He
thing
heaved it
Aaron
down the
Rodgers
field.
does, man.
What-
Just fucking chuck it.
Let's call
Same
it what it
thing
is.
we should do with Allen, but we don't.
Well, we can't do that with Allen because what wide receiver is going to be down there to do that with?
Right.
So,
The one that we did have got hurt the first game he played.
Yeah. McCole Hardman.
well, we got about a little less than 4 minutes there, fellas. So I say we give our closing thoughts and move on to the Steelers.
Well, you want to do our thing, Pat?
What thing?
The thing.
Oh, without the guy? The thing with the thing without the guy with the thing?
Nah, we'll wait till he's on to do it with him
What if he's never on?
because we still got to figure out what we're doing, what exactly we're going to do with it. But
I thought we talked
Everybody in
about
the comments, earmuffs. Fuck y'all real quick. Not really, but still.
yeah, but still be nice to have him on to do it. If he's not on in a couple weeks, we'll do it without him. But
We'll get him on next week.
Uh,
I'll talk to him. I'll make
We'll
sure
be
I
back.
remember.
we'll be back to our regular schedule. Corey's
hey,
going to
too, folks, you want to know what all that was about? I promise you.
Corey's going to be messaging you every day for the next several days. Did you ask him yet? Did you ask him yet? Did you ask him yet?
I forgot he was even going to be on tonight, like Spartan said.
Again, us
Like that in the way.
shifting from Wednesday to Monday for a week probably threw everything off.
It did. I was like, oh, I got a couple days. No, I don't. That's just tonight.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, Wednesday is the day before Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure everybody's either got a little party to go to or a work thing. So we just decided to switch it to a Monday this week.
I
It's a
don't.
little off. I ain't got shit. I
We
got
normally
Black
host
Friday
Thanksgiving
bullshit
here,
to deal
but-
with.
It's me and the dog this year, so we probably gonna smoke weed and chill.
I would say come over for some smoked turkey, but
No, I'm probably gonna smoke a turkey. Like I'm just gonna
I-
make
I-
a whole fucking.
I got
smorgasbord.
one brining right now. I got a 48-hour brine on it, and then I'm gonna spatchcock it. I'm gonna dry rub it, and then it's going
Don't
in the
talk dirty to
smoker
me.
Thursday morning.
All right. Well, Corey, what are your final thoughts for the night?
I'm hungry now.
All right, then.
No. Like I said, I want to try to be hyped, guys, and be like, hey, you know, deep down, I think we're gonna go out there and smack them in the mouth, but we're so all over the place this year. I don't know. I said 1 minute I'm like it's over. The next minute it's like it's not like I'm not trying to be that cold and fair weather fan. I'm not saying it's over. I'm not saying, but it's just it's raining and our candle is flickering right now. We're getting deeper in the cave. So I hope our offense can show up. I hope our defense can continue what they did in the second half. Like Pat said, and John Robert in the comments earlier said that we only held them to what was it, 3 yards?
in the second half.
3 points in the
half.
second half. So hopefully our defense continues to show up this week. Hopefully our offense, like you said, can figure something out. And Josh Allen says, "Fuck you, Joe Brady. I'm gonna just do it my way." Give them a couple plays in the beginning, and if it doesn't work out, man, go fuck yourself. Here we go. So
I'll be honest with you. I don't think Josh Allen's giving him anything in the beginning. He's probably just going through practices like, yep, okay. But in the back of his mind, he's like, I'm doing this myself.
yeah.
And I'm sure he's probably talking to the rest of the team saying, or he's probably going to James Cook too. Saddle up. We're going for a ride. Joe
Yeah.
Brady's not behind the steering wheel anymore.
It'll be like the Dukes of Hazzard jumping the fucking thing. Him and James Cook. Let's send it.
Generally,
Let's call it what it is, though. We did say in the beginning of the year, look, no true Bills fan, especially right now during this season, you're never going to need to go to the doctor for a stress test. Because if you're still alive right now with all this crap going on and aggravation, you're fine.
Right.
I'm going back to taking 2 blood pressure medication pills on Bills football game days.
You know,
I'm
You
having a
know
heart
how-
attack over
You know
here.
how I know you're old?
I almost feel like we should throw a challenge out there of I want everybody to take your blood pressure before the game and then take one after the game and then see, damn, that was a stress test.
Yeah, it's been so trash lately that I haven't like this last game. I wasn't even stressing like that. Like I wasn't even pissed. Like I was mad, but I couldn't even be angry. I was that like, what the
Mhm.
fuck? All I could think about was like, we suck again. I don't know. That was it. That's all I could think about.
I'm going to cue it over to Spartan for his final thoughts, but I already know what he's about to do.
Oh no! We suck again!
I just need us to get a dub because I don't want to hear my mom for the next fucking year talk about her Steelers. And I say Steelers because FYI, little story about my mom. In her ripe age of, I don't even know how old she was when she got it, but she was older. Got a tramp stamp by somebody in Pennsylvania who couldn't spell the word Steelers, and it said Steetors, Steetors, on her back, and she didn't realize it until it was pointed out to her.
I
So-
forgot you told me about that.
Yes, so she has a wonderful hoodie that her son made her that says, "Go Steetors, #1 fan."
Yeah, come on, man. You're gonna get me smacked by your mom next time I'm over there, bro. Laughing
Go
at you.
Steetors.
Mama Spartan, I'm not laughing at you. I swear to God, I do not condone anything he says. He's an idiot. I love you.
But
Corey, you're
I
absolutely.
what's that?
I said, Corey, you're absolutely laughing at her. She's not currently laughing, so you're not laughing with her.
Yeah. Oh no, she's probably laughing. She finds it hilarious nowadays.
Well, I mean, at this point, what are you
At the
going to
time,
do?
she was like distraught. She's like, "Oh my god, we gotta fix this."
Steetors.
Yeah, from a guy in Pennsylvania. She got the tattoo in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but was it Philadelphia that she got it done in?
No,
Because that would
it
make
was
sense.
in Steelers country.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that don't make sense.
Damn.
Yeah. But now, final thoughts. Just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Remember, be thankful for what you have, who you have around you. Hold your family close a little tighter. This is the time to be thankful that you have them with you, and to remember those who are not with us. So, happy Thanksgiving, all.
Yeah, no matter what time of the year, or no matter what the Bills are doing now or anything,
Oh,
Kind
it's
of
a
you-
t-shirt, not a hoodie. She says, by the way.
this is the time to be with family and friends, and look, Bills are going to do what they're going to do. Can't let it ruin your life. Sucks, I get it, and we would all love to get that Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, my life doesn't change if they win or lose it. So, be nice to be able to brag for once, but
I was gonna say that's a lie, bro. Your life would change a little bit.
not really. I still got to go
You have
to.
bragging rights for
You would know what true football happiness felt like for
Yeah.
a glimmer.
Oh, I know what true football happiness is. That's usually right before the kickoff of week 1. Because why? At that point, Bills hadn't fucked up the season yet.
You would feel soft and warm like the trash ass Hallmark
I
movie.
said,
Yeah, fuck that movie. I
the-
watched that shit with Camera Bitch and his wife. And dude, that movie in the first 10 minutes literally went through every single cliche except for no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. I did not hear that one at all.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
But they had like, dude, you would thought that like you were walking around my basement the entire movie. There were Bill shit everywhere. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you
yeah,
just couldn't
sorry
make
what
that
Joey
shit
said.
Joey Hatch with the comment of the night.
up. Not cheating whores. Some whores.
Some whores.
Some whores.
Hey, look, unless you're into the cheating whores, then you do you.
Hey, no, it's she who shall not be mentioned.
I'm a lover, man. I'm not.
I'm not saying that to Corey. I'm just saying that there are some strange people in 2025. They might be into the cheating. Hey, if that's what makes you happy,
Very fucking strange, bro.
if that's what makes you happy, you do you. So, all right, fellas. Till next week, go Bills.
We suck again.
Mafia.